Hi everybody, welcome to your reading, or I guess welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be a request. I forgot who requested it. Let me look, it shouldn't take that long to see. Let's see. I told myself I would be prepared to shout you out, but I'm like such a scatterbrain, to be honest. Dang, and you know what? The name is in Korean, okay? So I cannot see it. But anyway, they requested this reading of their first impression of you. If you have a question or a topic you want me to discuss, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section. You know, it helps me out too because I know what you want. And sometimes it's things that I didn't even think of. And that's always exciting because, yeah, it's, you know, I just go off my feels for what topic to do. So sometimes if it doesn't cross my mind or if it doesn't come to me, I'll just never do it. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, anything I want to say before we get into the reading? I don't think so. So anyway, let's get into the groups. Group 1 is going to be this cute little red cross. I was trying to find my gold cross and I couldn't find it, so we're gonna go with the red one today. Group 2 is going to be this gold sailboat earring. I love these earrings. Oh my gosh. And let me tell you something. When I found these earrings, they were a what would you say, like an affirmation for something I was going through at the time. So the sailboat symbol is very, very like, you know, important for me. Anyway, group 3 is this cute little marble. We all know this marble, so group 3, the cute little marble. All right, so group 1, group 2, group 3. As always, I will have a picture of the groups next, so you can pause the video and meditate on which group you belong to. And all timestamps for each group is in the description box below. All right, see ya. You have chosen the red cross. Oh, let me turn that down. I must have accidentally turned it up. All right, so you've chosen the red cross, and we are going to see what was their first impression of you. What I want to do, I want to shuffle all the tarot first and then tell you about it, okay? So what was their first impression of group 1? Queen of Pentacles, what was their first impression of group 1? What was their first impression of group 1? The Empress. Woo! Wow, this person, let me tell you, they put you on a pedestal immediately. What was their first impression of group 1? Temperance. They felt like you had your shit together. Like, I don't know. It's like they see you as like very responsible. And Queen of Wands, wow. They feel like you were just that shit. Like, they felt like, oh, I said I was going to do all tarot first, but let me tell you, this is, Eight of Coins. Page of Swords. The Hermit. Oh, wow. I mean, let me tell you, this person definitely saw you in a good light. The Chariot. This is interesting. Okay. Let's start over here, of course. So we have at the top, well, I said I was going to use this today. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and Temperance. Then we have the Eight of Coins, the Page of Swords, the Hermit, Queen of Wands, the Chariot. Okay. So with this Queen of Pentacles, the first thing I saw was like how you look. You look like you have your shit together. Okay? It's something about your presentation. I'm not really getting like a specific aesthetic, but it's like the way you present physically. You don't look like your life is falling apart. You don't look stressed. You didn't, I mean, your first impression, of course, like you didn't look like you couldn't take care of yourself or didn't know how to take care of yourself, or it's you very balanced, everything was just like in the right place. You know what I'm saying? That's how you looked. You looked like there was nothing out of place with you. Responsibility is definitely coming in with this Eight of Coins right below it. They assume this could have had to do with a good job or a good upbringing, right? Because sometimes I see this Eight of Pentacles as like a womb or a structure around, it looks like a belly and then like a little baby inside. And so it's like the structure surrounding you, or the structure that you were brought up in, is the cause for, why you come off this way, right? Your clothes could have looked expensive, or they could have looked really, just good quality, or the home you lived in, or, at least from the outside, maybe looked very secure and, financially secure, right? There's this, I don't know, there's this element of stability that it's not, it looks very well put together, like it has been well established over time. You know what I'm saying? And then this, I'm hearing dignified, like there's a dignified way you come across, right? Very much like a dignified way that you come across, like, I don't know, just like securing yourself. Because now I just want to move on to this Empress, right? Where there's that securing yourself thing coming through. Like, you don't have to do too much, I'm hearing. You don't have to do too much. But this Page of Swords, it's like their first impression could have been that you would reject them, or that you wouldn't want to talk to them, or that you ignore them. I'm also hearing that their first impression could have been like that you ignore a lot of other people, or you don't pay attention. Again, I'm getting a lot of people, their first impression was that a lot of people probably feel the same way in regards to you. Like either they're ignored, or that you're not interested in entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not like you're ignoring in a mean way. It's more so like you're just focused on you. And because you're so focused on just doing you and being, you know what I'm saying? You're not in competition with anybody. You're not rushing to befriend anybody. You're just a good energy in and of yourself. People don't know how to approach you. And so then they interpret that as almost like a wall that's put up. When in reality, it's more like, because they don't know what angle to come at you at. Look at this. It's like a target. They don't know, because you don't seem that interested or not interested. You just seem content to be alone. You're not putting anybody, but you're just content to do you. People don't know where to come from with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you, for example, if you looked like you wanted to make friends, then people, you know, if you looked like you were super talkative and like talking and, you know, making friends, and people would probably invite you, ask you, hey, you want to go to lunch? Hey, you want to get drinks? Or if people know that you are kind of flirty and you like, you know, to date, then you'll probably have people asking you on dates, or trying to hook you up with their friend, or go out with them to meet, you know, other people. You know, people don't know where your interest lies socially, even though it's not like you're standoffish. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a lot of positive, well-rounded energy, but it's like because you're so, I would say, more introspective with the Hermit here, people aren't sure what it is you're interested in socially, right? So that's kind of where this person's first impression was like nobody knows how to approach you. It's hard for people to figure out how to approach you, right? And then we have the Temperance with the Hermit. Yeah, and that goes back to that, like, you're very much okay with solitude. You're okay with um you're okay with that time alone that you have to think and sorting. Like when I see this Temperance, I'm seeing like sorting, right? This, you know, it's like you need that time to yourself to create that balance and that structure. You know what I'm saying? Like filing. I'm getting this is so funny. I'm getting like filing, right? You need that time to sort things out so that you can stay in that equilibrium that you like to be in, right? And so like I feel like you're the type of person where if somebody approaches you, you're open to it and you're cool with it, and you know, but you have so much mentally that I feel like you're doing. You could be very creative. I'm getting there's something, I don't know, like your passions lie elsewhere. I'm getting like your passions just, they lie elsewhere. And so yeah, but their first impression, yeah, this is their first impression of you. Let's see, did I miss anything? Mm. Who is this person thinking about you? That's not part of the question. I just did a who is noticing you video, and maybe that's similar, but you know who you're tuning in for. Because this is like, please tell me, who is this person noticing you? Because I'm getting a vibe, or like, this is not somebody noticing it. I mean, like, who is this that you're thinking about? Because when they were first, like, their first impression of you was very deep. Like, and I think this person, it's because it feels like a prolonged first impression, right? A first impression before they maybe got to talk to you for the first time. This person was like watching you over time before y'all finally like clicked. And it's just, it's very interesting and deep. Like, because I'm seeing more so they're focusing on how you interact with others. Their first impression has a lot to do with how you interact with others. And so that's why I feel like it was a minute before they spoke to you. It's like they saw you and they felt like you were always thinking about something else, right? You were always thinking about something else, doing something else. Anytime they saw you interact with other people, you just seemed like you know, you were thinking about something else. But of course, like I said, there's that aesthetic thing going as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Queen of Wands, they definitely feel like you're attractive. I mean, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Empress, like, there's something very like, I'm getting like a classic beauty type of vibe here, right? They notice that you have this look about you that's very, I don't know, it could be kind of vintage to them, or like not very common. It's something about the aesthetic of your beauty. Then we have the Chariot here. The Chariot to me is the funniest one out of all of these, because most of these cards are very, very static, right? Kind of just like being in one spot kind of deal. There's not a lot of movement here. But then you have the Chariot, and I feel like this is like they notice that you're unpredictable, right? You're unpredictable. And I think that's also where this target thing comes in with the them people not knowing how to approach you. And it's because they don't really know you. I feel like multiple people don't really know you like that. This person is one of them. But it's like they can't predict how you're gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what you're gonna do next. It's very, very like, I don't know how to explain it further than that. But anyway, let's get into some messages. Let's get into some messages about this person's first impression of you. This person's first impression of you. Excitement. Ooh. Forgiveness. Jeez. I'm sorry. Sorry, I like dropped my deck. I feel so bad. All right, one more card, please. Oh, beautiful. Yes. This person, oh my God, let me tell you, this person definitely, the first time they thought, oh, illusions matter. Where should I put this? I'll put it up here. Okay, illusions matter. This person felt like there was an unreal type of look about you, your aesthetic beauty, your beauty aesthetic. It's like, ooh, it's like, definitely with the Hermit, it's something that's like, something about your look is vintage to them. It's like they don't see people often like that. They almost couldn't believe it. You're very beautiful to them. I'm getting like, I mean, what I'm seeing, I guess, from a metaphoric standpoint is like the 50s, 60s kind of vintage. I don't know, Marilyn Monroe and, you know, that type of look. But it could really apply to any type of vintage, I guess. But I'm just seeing, like, I'm getting that type of vibe where it's like the way you go about putting yourself together, other people just don't do that. This excitement here could be that maybe it's just that, I feel like they thought that you were like the perfect, you know, aesthetic, you know, from that standpoint, like the perfect look. It's like, I don't know, like a dream almost. Like, I'm getting like they could have been physically attracted to you like right away. is what I'm getting. This person was physically attracted to you immediately. They felt like you were their perfect person that they could, you know, get with. Like, I don't know, something like that. And then this forgiveness, though, you know, maybe you did reject them the first time, right? Or maybe you aren't together or whatever, but you rejected them, right? You rejected them, or something happened that they felt was like embarrassing. Um, like the first time you spoke, or just the first time maybe like y'all bumped into each other or something. It's like your first interaction, or when you first started interacting, they felt bad about it and they want forgiveness for it, or you did forgive them or something like that. They see you as very patient, for sure, very patient, even tempered. I'm getting, um, this is interesting. Let's see your advice. Let's get advice. And then we're going to end the reading. Okay. I hope you liked that. This person, I mean, their first impression of you was pretty, I mean, you came with the heat. You got the sauce. Like, I'm seeing like they basically liked you immediately and thought you were like hot shit. Anyway. No. Let's see. All right. Overall advice for group 1. I don't know why I cannot shuffle my big cards. We might not get advice today, guys, because I just feel like my shuffling of these big cards has been awful. Advice for group 1. Okay, we got 2 cards, so I'm gonna take them. We have Lighthouse. We have the Gift. Okay. Lighthouse and the Gift. Ooh, your advice. I feel like it says, let this person come to you. Don't do anything. Just keep being your sexy Empress, Queen of Wands self, right? You're the lighthouse, right? Just sit pretty and let them come to you. Because that's your gift I'm getting. Like, something about your beauty is alluring, and so just allure, right? Just lure them in and just be cool. You know, don't be like cold-hearted or non-responsive. Don't do anything like that, but just be like, you know, don't do too much. I feel like that's the best way for you to go about in this situation, is don't do too much. I feel like this is like kind of a recent meet with somebody, and you're trying to figure out like what they thought, right? This was not that long ago, right? This is not like you're getting first impression from somebody you met years and years ago. This is recent. So that's what I'm getting. But anyway, that's all I have for you today, group 1. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos and go live and post and all the other stuff, then make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, bye, group 1. Hi, group 2. You have chosen this sailboat. Look how cute it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get right into your reading of their first impression of you. I'm going to shuffle all the cards first, or just the tarot, and then I'll talk. So, what was their first impression of group 2? Four of Cups. Knight of Swords. Judgment. Nine of Swords. Interesting. King of Cups. Two of Coins. The Sun. Wow. Oh, I'm not getting anything super good, but let's see. It's not really bad either. It is kind of like... First of all, they saw you as somebody who was not very committed or committal. And it's not necessarily in terms of like romantic relationships, but also just how you treated all connections. Very nonchalant energy. I'm seeing somebody who kind of entertains a lot of different people, but is never really connected to these people. You know what I'm saying? They're not really intending on really connecting with people. You know what I'm saying? In a long lasting kind of way. Please stop. Please stop. You know? Sorry, she is like trying to take my attention from the tarot. Let's see. Where was I? Right, with this Two of Pentacles here, I'm seeing like somebody just like, you know, just stopping for a conversation, but not like, but then like continuing to go do your own thing afterwards, right? This person, they are probably very charismatic with this Knight of Swords and then this King of Cups here. Like, they're kind of able to, you know, they're able to have multiple people. You know, a lot of people feel comfortable with them. They're able to kind of, I'm seeing with this Knight of Swords, they're able to like be very improvisational with their speech, very witty. Maybe they can kind of come up with stuff quickly to say, you know, that's interesting. But with this Nine of Swords here, this person is, they really have a lot of fear, okay? When I see the Sun and then the Judgment card, I see this person being very self-absorbed And yes, it does come off on the outside as being very much, you know, like I said, not very interested in bond and connecting, like grounding their connections. But on the inside, it makes them very critical of themselves. This makes them very, very harsh with themselves, okay? They live with a lot of fears over their head here with this Nine of Swords. Dang, this is their first impression of you, okay? I'm kind of like, I kind of started reading it that way. I didn't really notice, but yeah, this is this we're talking about you, okay? But yeah, like they felt like this, you were not, they felt like you were not like, it was all just like maybe you just, they just saw you as somebody with very shallow relationships, but they felt like it was coming from this place of not wanting to get hurt or not wanting to be vulnerable, or just like I said, very harsh with yourself. Like you're very harsh with yourself. And so on the inside, you have all these swords just hanging over your head that probably, you know what I'm saying, about what you, or maybe there are other things too that, I don't know. It's like these fears come from past experiences, so it's not unfounded, but it's like they become projections into your new connections, they feel, that make it hard for you to like really open up in these, I don't know, it's a very detached type of energy. Okay, let's see. Let's get some messages. This Temperance card is definitely standing out to me because, all right, look, Mojo, over to your bed. 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 Sorry, y'all, because she was just doing the most. Like, literally in my lap, writhing around and just doing, like, the absolute most. And it's like, we're not doing that right now. You see, I'm doing something. Okay? All right. Messages. What was this person's first impression of you? I hope that made sense. I did not realize I started like reading it from a different perspective, but sometimes that happens because I'm like in the cards. All right. This person's first impression of you. Forgive and grow. Forgiveness again. Forgiveness. Dang, we got two cards that came out. Sorry and learn more. This is crazy. And then yes at the bottom of the deck, which... maybe that's something you need to hear. Yes. All right. So, forgive and grow in forgiveness. I feel like this person felt like you were holding, their first impression was definitely that you were holding on to a lot of disappointment from the past, right? They felt like you were holding on to a lot of disappointment from the past, and it was keeping you from actually like committing to connections that were being presented to you, right? Like you were not really creating a connection between the people you were engaging. This Four of Cups is definitely about being bored, but see here, this person is holding these cups up as if they're drinking from them, right? And so it's like you were kind of indulging in these options. They saw you indulging in these connections around you, like making conversation, going to parties, getting invited to stuff, but not actually like honoring the connections, not actually committing to the connections, not actually treating them like they're valuable. Every person who was coming in contact with you was getting treated like an option or to be juggled, or, you know what I'm saying, not being respected in that way, right? Where you, when when you have a connection, whether it's a friendship or not, but showing that you are actually interested in maintaining it, right? Because there's some people that you just like hang out with one time, or they're more of an acquaintance, but it's like they felt like you weren't really seeing when people were trying to have deeper connections. I don't know. But it felt like it was because there were things you weren't forgiving yourself for, right? Forgive and grow. They felt like this lack of, because you're holding on to all this stuff above you, it was keeping you from growing. It was keeping your connections from growing, right? Their first impression was that you felt sorry for yourself. I'm seeing. Yeah, their first impression was that you felt sorry for yourself. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this message. But this learn more came out, and I feel like this is because to them the point of life is to learn more, right? And in order to learn, you have to forgive yourself, because learning means accepting that there's shit you don't know, right? So it's like, because you just need to learn more, it's important that you forgive yourself so that you can move on to the next lesson, so that you can just apply the lesson you just learned. And they felt like you were somebody who was feeling sorry for themselves, and it was kind of damaging your ability to like acquire growth in your life, whether it was in, personally, or in your connections around you. Okay, let's get overall advice for group 2. This is interesting. Overall advice. Time. And then we have wildness here at the bottom of the deck. Wildness. Okay, wildness. And then, I love showing off these cards. These are so cute. And then time. All right. I feel like your advice is to understand that time is infinite. Okay? Time is infinite. It is not really something that runs out, right? We run out, but time is infinite. And time is special because it alters our memory. That being said, that is like, give yourself the time to forgive, right? Give yourself the time to grow. I think a part of what maybe, and this is like in the past, of course, so maybe you've already resolved this, or you already know you've learned the things you learn, but part of growing after forgiving yourself is allowing yourself time to adjust to the new material that you've learned, right? The new lessons you've learned. You need to adjust to these new things that you're implementing in your life. And we have to be patient with our growth. Just because you learn something right away, it doesn't mean next you're going to be like, you're going to immediately look like you're at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow yourself time to adjust into the positions you're in, into the things that you learn, And this wildness card to me is really about accepting who you are at all points of your life, right? Even if you're not the you that you want to be, like the perfect you, you are still the you that is working hard and is trying and is doing the best they can. So just love yourself at every stage of the way. All right? Love yourself at every step of the way. This is you. This is real. This is authentic, right? And what's not to love? Okay? That's all I have for group 2. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If it resonated, give it a thumbs up. And feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to be notified whenever I post new videos or go live or any of that stuff, then make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. All right, bye group 2. Hi group 3. You have chosen this. You have chosen the little marble. Oh, you have chosen the little marble. Okay. I'm going to put it right here. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I decided I'm going to actually, I'm actually going to shuffle out all the tarot first. So if you could just give me a moment while I do that. What was their first impression of group 3? What was their first impression of group 3? The Magician. What was their first impression? The Page of Cups. The King of Cups. And then we have the Hierophant here. Interesting. I'm definitely getting good vibes. Like, this person saw you as, like, good. Like, capital G, good. This person's first impression of you. 10 of Cups. Definitely somebody who can make anybody like them. I'm getting with this 10 of Cups here. Uh-oh. Seven of Cups. 10 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Ooh. This person, their first impression of you, for some of you, could have been that you're a player. I'm getting somebody who is kind of manipulative. But if that's not, you know, for some of you, it's manipulative. For others, it's not. But they do see you as being somebody who's able to kind of like attract multiple people or get multiple people to team up with you or do things for you. But just like engage with you in a very like you're popular is what I'm saying. And I see with the Page of Cups, it's not like you're too nice. But with the King of Cups, you do give, you do extend your energy. Page of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the Ace of Swords here. Yeah, it's something about how you talk, the types of things you say. I'm also getting their first impression. You said something specifically to them. Ooh, I forgot to give a disclaimer. No, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, so there was something that you said. There was something that you said to them when they first met you that they felt, I'm getting like a red flag or like a light bulb or alarm or something went off because they started looking at how you interacted with other people a lot differently. And then also with the 10 of cups, I do feel like they feel like you have a lot of people behind you. They feel like you, for some of you, it could be specifically that you have a family. They assumed you have a family, their first impression. But for others, I feel like it's more like their first impression was that a lot of people are behind you. You're like you're a fave. You're popular. With the Page of Wands here, it could be in multiple circles too. Like you're popular in multiple circles with the King of Cups, yeah, and then the Page of Wands. Like you can kind of travel between groups, very non-committal type of social energy. Like you can kind of jump in between groups. You could be a Gemini. I'm getting Scorpio, even maybe Aries. It don't matter, does it? But anyway, that's what I'm getting. So let's see. Anything else? Their first impression. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. I'm getting that you, some of you, it's they notice that it's like you are listening. You lend an ear to people, and let them talk to you, or it's like you give advice to people. Some of you are, give advice. I don't know, but this person, their first impression of you, for some of you, was to not really trust you. Um, but I feel like they probably have a thing about people who are popular, right? So it's not really about you. It's because, like, they had this thing about people who were popular. And so they were kind of like already distrustful of your character. But there was something you said for sure to them that affected how they thought of you. Let's get into some cards. Okay. Cards. Let's get into the intuitive messages. What was their first impression of you? Moved on. They definitely felt like you were a social climber. I don't know. Sorry. Huh. This is interesting. I'm gonna get one more card. With the moved on, I feel like they felt like you were careless. Maybe there's something about you they felt was careless. Sorry came out again. Okay. Hmm. Maybe you move quickly, right? I'm seeing somebody who moves quickly or who is kind of careless, maybe a little clumsy. Um, I'm seeing somebody whose words are not very tactful. So there are things that you say. Somebody could also crack jokes that are just kind of like, that can, people can find either not funny or offensive or whatever. Sometimes somebody, right, I'm hearing somebody who says something and then they think it's funny, but then they have to apologize after. So this could, like, I don't know, this is you. I did this weird thing in the last two readings where I would start talking about you to you as if it's not you. And if that happens, like, just know I'm talking about you to you, okay? But yeah, it's like they feel like, yeah, with the Ace of Swords, like somebody has a big mouth. Somebody who, you know, could either say too much about themselves, or they like say inappropriate jokes, not on purpose. They don't realize that it can be, or they do, or and they just have a bad habit of it. But yeah, somebody who's kind of careless and doesn't really think too much of their actions. I'm also seeing somebody. I'm also seeing about somebody. This card says the only way out is up. The only way out is up. So I feel like they see you as like a social climber, like somebody who, or their first impression was that you were super like, you know, whatever, because you were trying to like network. You know what I'm saying? Like you were networking. They felt like you were like, you know, and they kind of didn't take you seriously. And it's probably why they didn't take that well to your joke, because, or whatever you said, because from their perspective, they were looking at it like you are trying to like, you know, social climb or whatever. I don't know. They just, whatever. But let's see, with the Page of Wands under the, and then write it down. Maybe they felt like you were trying to take people's secrets, or you were using your networking to, you know, improve your own stuff, right? Either if that was by trying to build all these connections, or by taking people's ideas, or I don't know. I feel like this person, this is like a lot of projecting. This could have been what you were doing, but this is like their first impression is coming off as like a lot of projecting. This could have been in a work environment. This could have been in a school environment, whatever. But this person comes off as very like paranoid, and they seem to like have just projected onto you, you know, that you're like out here trying to manipulate people out of their ideas or out of their whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's like they felt like you were taking notes on things. They were like, I don't know. Yeah, like with the Seven of Cups, they felt like you were like maybe an opportunist. But yeah, like that you, girl, I can't. But let me get some advice. I wonder how far in the past this was. Let me know in the comments, okay? But let's get some overall advice for this for group 3. Overall advice for group 3. overall advice for group 3, please. Y'all, these cards do not want to tell me nothing. Do we not have any advice? Look, I need one card. I need one card. Please. Overall advice for group 3. Thank you. Society. I guess maybe it's just not a good question to ask. I mean, I guess this reading doesn't need advice. But with society, I feel like this is kind of just about how if you want to be social and talk to a lot of people, you can do whatever you want. And this person, not everybody's going to like you like that. You know? That's pretty much it, I feel like. Because the society card, to me, it does validate this social aspect of just meeting people. Just meet people, talk to new people. You never know, like, network. But if this person is one of the people you come across who just don't like you for whatever reason, shoot, it just be like that. So that's your advice. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to be notified whenever I post new videos or go live, then go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell.